Good morning. Today is the 15th of October and it's time for yet another very vague, not particularly interesting and probably quite boring vlog. So I'll just turn that fan down a little bit. We are on our way, viewers, on an adventure. Not only are we doing some filming a bit later on today, but today's the day. After some considerable time, about not 4.5 years, it's not that long, about 2.5 years, we are on our way to see a car. And this car's not for a client or anything else, it's actually for me. Yes, for the first time in 2.5 years, viewers, we might be buying a car today. Hey, yes, I know, I shouldn't get so excited. I should be very rational, like I am when actually sourcing cars for clients. That's what I should be like, but sometimes it's difficult not to get very excited about such a thing. I know a lot of you understand that. So this is a 1996 Nissan Primera. It's a very late P10. As you know, a lot of love of my channel goes out towards things like P10 Primeras, particularly with this GA16 engine. I love the GA16 engine. I've had this engine in a few cars I've reviewed on my channel, not the least of which the first P10 Primera I ever drove, which belonged to Mr. Coleman, which was on Tweed Jacket Reviews in May 2019. That was a 1.6 LSX, a very early one with a carb. This is much later, it's a multi-point fuel injected one. Still about 102 horsepower or so. It's actually just local, so I'm just driving within Eastleigh to go and have a look at it. It's not very far, which is good. So I have had a look at the MOT history in advance of this car. I've just had a plate supplied to me. There are a number of advices actually on this MOT. I've also spoken to Mr. Coleman himself, who's an expert in 1990s Nissans, just to make sure that you know, I know exactly what to look for on these, even if I've driven a couple myself already. So I've got a rough idea, but just to make sure this particular car, I've shown him the MOT history as well, so he's given me some advice about that. Normally I'd potentially take my lady wife with me because she would potentially be driving this car as well, so it's always good to do that. Even if the other person doesn't know as much about cars as you do, it's actually very good to take a second person on with you. Now the reason for this is actually because whether you're spending £500 or £50,000, you know, it's sometimes a waste of time to actually kind of buy something if it's going to be terrible. I know that sounds really obvious and I don't need to say that, but actually just having a second pair of eyes there, whether or not they're an expert, it can really help. Unfortunately today that's not possible because I'm going straight from here to film some cars I've been ready to film a long time in Sussex. I'm just going straight there, so it's not possible today, but normally I'd take her with me today. I have told her that I'm going to see this car. She's seen the photographs of it, so that's the start. That's obviously a sensible idea if you want to prolong your marriage, to show your lady wife what you're actually up to. So yes, we'll see. If I agree a deal with the seller, I'll be doing a data check on the car. I'm not sponsored by Car Vertical or anything like that, but you know, I would do that, particularly as I've seen this car on Facebook Marketplace and broke up one of my own rules to actually go and see this, which is not to buy cars from Facebook Marketplace because it's not gone well for me in the past. But because it's a P10 Primera and because, you know, in the sort of times in which we're living, second-hand cars are just so expensive. Like, you know, you look around and see what else is actually out there with an MOT. This had an MOT yesterday. You look and see what else is out there with an MOT for the asking price, which is £1,500. It's nothing particularly exciting in this area, really. If you look on Auto Trader or eBay or anything, there's nothing particularly exciting, which is local at the moment. So we'll have a look at this and see what we think. Obviously, I'll be careful to you know, check for rust is the biggest thing, and you know, look at the service history and make sure this car's actually belonging to the owner by having a look at the V5. I know it sounds really obvious, but sometimes people come up with really stupid excuses, and not why I haven't got the V5. I've got a whole video on you know, making sure you've got a V5 before you go and have a look at a car, and that's actually been quite successful on the channel for some reason. So anyway, I think that's quite enough for now. I will come back to you later after we've actually had a look at this Primera. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Viewers, best laid plans. So we have a sat-nav lady on because at the end of my journey I don't actually know particularly where I'm going. See, I've pre-programmed this so that I don't have to fiddle with it whilst I'm driving. Yeah, we're not buying that car, viewers. Now the MOT that was done yesterday did show the fact that the brake pipes needed probably changing at some point, and also he said one of the cells had been painted in primer because it had a bit of welding done on it. I suspected, and it was just proven correct, that the other sill was probably going to go at some point as well. And having opened the rear door and had a look, yes, the other sill on the other side of the car is now going as well. Someone as well has done quite a bad job of painting that whole area previously in the wrong colour. Now he did have the correct paint for it, a little spray can of it or something. But the thing is, the whole car just is covered in scratches, and yellow wheels were in quite poor condition, and you know, even sort of thinking of, you know, well, you know, you just run it around like that. It's just not for me, I don't think. Someone else might well buy it. Apparently there's been a good degree of interest about this car, but yeah, it's not for me, I don't think, which is a bit of a shame, because I'm sure lots of you would have wanted me to buy that car, and you know, if this was the Furious Driving channel or the Hubnut channel or something like that, that might well have happened, but this is the Lloyd Vehicle Consulting channel. I give people professional advice on buying cars, and so I'm not going to be stupid, even if it's my own car. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to follow my own advice and buy something that's decent, even for that kind of money that the chap was asking for it. Fair enough, you know, full service history from the main dealer when it was originally supplied in Croydon back in 1996, or maybe it was in Penge, you know, not that far apart, really, Penge and Croydon. But no, it's not for me. We'll have to find something else, I think. I wonder if that Volvo that I mentioned in the very vague vlog back at the beginning of that summer is still available. Why don't we go and have a look at that? Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching, particularly if you are on the Seat Toledo or Rover 45 V6 tiers of channel membership, and you get to see these videos pretty much on the day that they're filmed. The rest of you see these a few weeks later. Don't feel you have to become a channel member, it's just for those who wish to go that extra sort of step supporting the channel. Most important thing is to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you wish to support the channel. That's always free. And thank you ever so much indeed once again.